Stop trying to be other people, little bro. Stop trying to be them. Stop trying to embody like the whole character of another man. I'm going to explain why this is a bad thing, why I actually fell into this trap, and why you shouldn't be fucking doing it, right? So my story, in August of 2021, I got out of a year and a half relationship. My first proper girlfriend, the first person I truly fell in love with. And ultimately, this was my fault because I was very emotionally abusive. I was not in tune with my masculinity, and I was, quite frankly, a very toxic, narcissistic and dickhead of a boyfriend, if I'm being completely honest. And during this time, I was very, very lost. All right, so this is on the left, this is me when the breakup happened, and this is me on the right in about April sort of time. And why am I telling you this? Because I found what I needed. Okay, so August, September, October, I sort of started finding out about Tate, and I sort of started watching his content. And obviously April, he really blew up, and I really knew about him. And you gotta think, a guy that's completely heartbroken, his losses, doesn't know what his purpose is, and he's just floating through life without a true masculine figure. When he starts popping up on your feed, on your YouTube, you're going to start watching and you're going to start listening, because he's very good at talking and he does speak a lot of truth. So when this happened, I was like, oh my god, finally this guy's going to answer all my prayers like he's some sort of god or whatever. And this was what I needed at the time. I needed someone to tell me how it was. I needed someone to guide me. Unfortunately, you know, this should be coming from your father or a masculine role model in your family or whatever, but realistically, a lot of men are lost, and a lot of men will fall into this trap just like I did. And ultimately, it got to a point where I was looking up to this guy so much that I was trying to embody everything about his personality, doing the fucking hand thing. So many guys do the hand thing. Whenever I see a guy doing that now, of course, I know it has benefits or whatever. When I see a guy doing it, it's like, bro, what? Oh, it's just cringy, bro. Like, what are you doing? Like, trying to do everything, copying his mannerisms, trying to fucking learn how to play chess, all this bullshit, just because Tate was doing it. I was so far up this guy's ass, it's actually so cringe looking back on it. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's literally the most cringe thing you can do. Although it did massively boost my self-improvement journey in terms of like the fact I started reading, I started taking the gym more seriously, I started taking my business more seriously. He did, you know, push me in the right direction, but the fact I was trying to embody everything about his character is not healthy, and it's very weird. I'm now 22 years old, and I look back at this phase in my life and I just think it's unbelievably cringe and weird. The fact that I was trying to embody everything about another man is so odd, to be honest. And I'm at this point where I'm a bit more mature now. I can sort of think for myself more, and I understand, you know, the negatives of actually trying to do this. It's literally the opposite of masculinity. All these guys are preaching masculinity, like Andrew Tate, Tristan Tate, Hamza, Iman Gadzhi, whatever guys you're watching on the internet, right? They're all preaching masculinity, and by you copying everything they do is literally the opposite of what they're preaching. You're copying everything a man does. That is literally the least masculine thing you do. That's very, very feminine. The fact that you're so easily led and so easily influenced. And I'm having a go at my younger self here. I was completely embodying everything about someone else, and at the same time I was like, oh, I'm a high value man, I'm a masculine man. No, I'm not. I'm fucking copying someone else. That is not masculine to do. As a man, you need to be thinking for yourself. Don't get me wrong, you can embody some of the traits of these people that you like. You can learn the skills that they have, and you can run the same business model. I don't care, but don't try and be them. It's the opposite of masculinity, and you need to find your own individual personality, your own individual traits yourself. You ideally need to be the best version of you. Like I said, you can learn some of the things that these people have, like the way they talk, the way they are, the way their lifestyle is, the way they dress. Like, you can do that. Like, if you're inspired in that sort of realm, there's no issue with implementing that, but don't make it your whole personality, like trying to be someone else. It's weird. It's not normal. You need to be the best version of you. You have your own unique traits, and what Tate says, what Hamza says, might not be applicable for you, because everyone is different on the masculinity scale, the feminine scale, whatever you want to call it. And not everyone is built the same. Some people have different personalities. Some things don't make sense to other people, but other things they do say do make sense. Everyone is individual. Of course, learning masculinity, you know, when they're preaching these things or whatever, you can take in what they're saying and you can try and apply it into your life. But if it doesn't work for you, then you don't do it. At the end of the day, everyone has their faults. All of these people have faults. I have faults. Andrew Tate has faults. Hamza has faults. Everyone has their faults. You just don't see them. So you you're seeing like a projected version of them where they're just showing all the best things about their life. They're not you know, showing all the ins and outs about their life. So I think you really need to just focus on becoming the best version of you, and don't try and embody someone else's life just because they have more money than you, they have more, I don't know, they look better than you or whatever. It's just a bit weird. So don't try and be someone else. I understand that masculinity is demonized by, you know, modern day media and some modern women and stuff like that, but don't try and be someone else. Become the best version of yourself. And boys, if you do want to transform yourself in all areas of life, then make sure you go and check out my school community, where I teach you how to become the best version of yourself physically, mentally, and financially. There's so many different courses. Look at that. Self-improvement course, Conquer Lust course, TikTok shop course, reselling course. I'm not going to go through all of them because there is so many, but if you do want to get a ton of value, we have so many courses in there. We have weekly calls and a like-minded community of people chasing excellence. Make sure you go and check that out, link down below. Boys, I hope this video has been valuable, because I had this thought the other day where I was just thinking back on my journey, you know, on my journey of manhood or whatever. This is one of the worst things I ever did, trying to be someone else. And I look back on it now and it's cringe, and I low-key get a little bit embarrassed, to be honest, talking about this, because I was trying to be Andrew Tate, even though it's like the opposite of masculinity. But boys, I hope this video has been valuable to you. Make sure you follow me on Instagram for more daily videos. Like the video, sub to the channel, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.